Hello and welcome to the TMC Newsroom. My name's Rich Tehrani. Thanks for watching us today. We're at the Cloud Expo 2011 at the Jacob Javits Center in Manhattan. On our program is Michael Crandell, the CEO of RightScale. Michael, welcome.
Thank you very much, Rich. Thanks for having RightScale on.
Our pleasure. Tell me about your company. What do you guys do?
So RightScale is a cloud management platform. That means that we manage low-level infrastructure as a service cloud resources from companies like Amazon.com, Rackspace, as well as private cloud infrastructures from companies like Eucalyptus and Cloud.com. These are all low-level servers, storage, IP networking, etc. RightScale is a management layer on top of that.
Okay, and in terms of the, if I had to ask you what pain you take away for your customers, how would you answer that question?
So it turns out that these low-level cloud resources are extremely powerful, right? You can get servers at a very cheap price. You can get 1,000 or 10,000 when you need them and relinquish them when you don't. But actually managing that in an organized way is a huge pain. So the analogy I use, imagine that you had some gardening work you needed done at your house and you figured it would take, well, let's say it would take 2 people a week. Imagine if somebody said, I can send 1,000 people to your house and they'll get it done in 5 minutes. Sounds pretty appealing, but then you open the front door on that morning and there are 1,000 people and you're trying to organize them, manage them, coordinate them, orchestrate them. That's what RightScale does.
And how did the company get started?
The company got started by 3 of us who saw what was coming when Amazon initially announced its EC2 cloud infrastructure. And we were very excited. We thought, in a nutshell, that Amazon was offering the kind of capability that the big players in web-scale computing had, Google, Yahoo, etc., where they would throw, what I use a technical term, a bazillion commodity PCs at a problem and solve it. That was now available to anybody on a pay-as-you-go basis, but also with the ability to scale up very large. So we were super excited about this. We thought, even in the early days, this is going to change the way IT is delivered and consumed. And I think the fact that we're sitting here today at this expo is kind of proof that it's grown exponentially already in the last 4 to 5 years.
And in the last, let's say 18 months, how have you seen this market change?
So the biggest change that we've seen is what started as a public cloud phenomenon from big providers like Amazon and Rackspace and others, Microsoft, has now transferred as a technology model for internal private data centers, so for internal enterprise data centers. And private cloud software is really driving the ability to duplicate those kinds of architectures on your own data center. So just this week on Monday, we announced a partnership with 2 of those infrastructure software providers, Cloud.com and Eucalyptus, to announce something called MyCloud. MyCloud is a package that RightScale offers with those partners to make it very easy turnkey install of software on bare metal in your data center, to cloudify it, create cloud infrastructure, register that with RightScale, and then you can manage it right alongside public infrastructure from a single pane of glass.
Now, in terms of the types of customers that you have you seen anything there in terms of trends?
Yes, the customers just keep getting bigger. People talk about scaling in the cloud, and individual customers continue to grow. Really, our customer base, I sometimes say the A to Z of RightScale customers are Associated Press to Zynga, the gaming company. So everything from enterprises, media companies, web-scale, public-facing website companies, biopharma, really a broad range of organizations out there, universities, education, medical schools, finding utility in this new form of computing and really leveraging it in ways that hasn't been seen before. We're even seeing businesses created that couldn't have existed without cloud computing.
So what's next?
So really what's next is 2 things. This private cloud package that we just announced this week is very exciting because in our surveys of interested customers, the most interesting form of cloud computing is really hybrid cloud. And by that we mean public cloud resources alongside private cloud resources and being able to pick and choose. So a lot of that's about freedom of choice. The other area we're really excited about is what we call our multi-cloud marketplace. And that's a collection of turnkey, ready-to-run server templates which are really models of how servers should run in the cloud, that you can run on different cloud infrastructures, but they're push button ready to go. And those solutions come from ourselves, from partner companies, and from individuals in the community. So you could think of it as kind of an app store for infrastructure in the cloud.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for being on the program today. This was great.
Thank you for having me, Rich.